Hello, Bloomfield Township. You're watching CHOPZ, which is usually all music. I'm your host, Kat Orlando, and this is actually my 2-year anniversary of starting the show on Bloomfield Community TV. And I've been featuring local music performers, songwriters, touring musicians on here and having so much fun doing it. Well, today I'm going to change things up a little bit. I wanted to focus more on the local Bloomfield scene, actually Bloomfield history. I'm talking about the corner of Woodward and Long Lake roads in neighboring Bloomfield Hills. Currently, there is a similar building in that same location that captures the modern but old world charm of the restaurant we'll be talking about today. And currently, that location is home to Bill's Restaurant, the Chase Bank, and other shops. But before that, it was the legendary Fox and Hounds restaurant and pastry den. It was a Tudor-style community center of Bloomfield from the time it opened in 1927 until it was torn down 80 years later. And over the years, it's held a grocery store, a gas station, apartments, and always the hospitality of the inn. That was way before my time. But nonetheless, the Golden Tower, little tidbit of information here. The Golden Tower was not part of the original. And yes, a convicted gambler was once the owner. The Fox and Hounds Inn was, the Fox and Hounds was established as an inn in 1928. I mean, my mom remembers this place. The complex contained a restaurant, shops, a ballroom, apartments, and sleeping rooms. So during the Prohibition era, a tunnel from under the building ran across the street and was used for smuggling alcohol. See, I didn't know that. It became known as a landmark fine dining establishment with quality cuisine and extraordinary service. It was also a popular spot for well-known sports figures, automotive executives, and local TV and radio personalities. In later years, a pastry shop was added with a reputation for its splendid cakes and desserts. So fast forward to the 90s and early 2000s, that's about the time that I discovered the Fox and Hounds. And later on, I performed there with my husband's band, Larry's band, called Hidden Agenda. So I personally have some very fond memories of those weekends we were there. So stick around, and we're going to talk to the owners and the other staff members of the Fox and Hounds in just a few minutes. Be right back. All right, this is so exciting for me. This is the first for me, where I'm having several guests on, joining me here on CHOPZ, and thanks for sticking around and tuning in. So, if you've lived in Bloomfield Township or Bloomfield Hills or the surrounding areas, at least as long as I have, you probably remember the building on the corner of Long Lake and Woodward with the golden spire. It was called Fox and Hounds. So today, my guests, starting with the owner, one of the owners of the legendary Fox and Hounds, we're having Jackie Downey, Chef Daniel, owner Kevin Downey. We have bartender Amy and bartender Hugh, all joining me. And thank you all for joining today.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely awesome. So, okay, so this is for both Kevin and Jackie, both of you. The Fox and Hound history dates back many years, so when were you, about what time period were you running the restaurant? Did you start to run the restaurant?
Ooh. Well, I could start out that my mentor, who actually had Uncle John's Pancake Houses, which is where I started, he bought the Fox and Hounds in 1972, did the major remodeling, as you remember it, with the stucco walls and all the rest of that, and reopened in '73. So I was sent over there to try and help during the opening, and did a lot of dishes, did a lot of unpacking of glassware, silverware, china, and all the stuff that you have to do to get a restaurant open, all the food deliveries and so forth. And then I went back to Uncle John's, and I was brought back as an assistant manager in '75. And that's when Jackie was there. And
I actually was there about 50 years ago. I was there before he was there
Oh, okay.
as a waitress.
Uh-huh.
So I go a long way back. And that's how we met. And
right.
that was almost 50 years ago. And then this is what has transpired from the time I was a waitress. And he was a sort of a manager.
Oh, okay. So you both worked your way up.
We
and
did.
then
we
you-
did.
Yes.
It really is a fairy tale story, as I'll
Yeah.
say. I was promoted from assistant manager to general manager in 75, 76. My mentor got sick. I had been promoted up to president of the liquor establishments that he owned,
Oh, okay.
and he passed away in 79. And he set up for some long-term employees different things because he left his estate to Wayne State Cancer Research. So he set up a purchase agreement for me to be able to buy the Fox and Hounds business.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I became the actual owner.
So let's look at the prices back then, okay? So,
Wow.
what prime rib was what $11.95 or something like
Yeah,
that. It's
yeah.
like it's just
Wow.
weird to talk
It's a
about.
different
You were
world.
there? I do.
Just to give you all an idea. So, are there any memories that particularly stand out during your time there? Anybody?
Oh my
The
gosh.
Woodward cruises, the private parties.
No doubt the cruises, and no doubt, like, I enjoyed that we did a lot of individual parties, the Cinco de Mayo parties, the day before Thanksgiving we would do a 70s party, and I mean everyone would dress up, the band would play along, we drank White Zinfandel. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
good times, you know what I mean, just embracing each holiday as it was. Halloween was a good one for us as well, so
Right.
all of those memories that come with all of that, that you include the regulars in.
So
And like
that's
during
nice.
the Woodward Dream Cruise, we had a benefit every night of the week outside.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, they were all benefits.
Absolutely.
It was awesome. It was
Yeah.
very well attended.
We played a few of those.
Yes,
Absolutely,
yes.
absolutely.
So let's talk about the clientele. Are there any particular well-known customers that you care to mention?
I have
Go
one.
ahead.
I have one because I was running the Fox and Hounds Pastry Den. One day, Gladys Knight, I'm sure you can relate to that.
really?
Gladys Knight came in, and I ended up going to the Lions football game with her. And then she came
Nice.
in for lunch the next day because she wanted to tour the pastry den because her daughter was thinking about going into the pastry business.
Nice.
And that was pretty exciting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was very exciting.
Very cool.
Well, I'll never forget Bill Bond's.
I was
Oh,
just
yes.
putting words on my- Bill Bonds was there on a regular basis for
Yeah.
lunch.
Yeah, kind of a little secluded area
Yeah.
behind
Yeah.
the hostess stand.
But he introduced Hidden Agenda one time, and the whole room just
Oh.
fell silent. Hi, I'm Bill Bonds. And
Yes.
Silence.
Silence.
I
Yeah.
know Motown, and these guys play Motown. So
That's nice.
really memorable for me.
Yeah.
So also, I remember the food absolutely being exquisite. So were there any favorite popular dishes that Fox and Hounds was known for? So maybe Chef Danny,
Well,
you take that one
the
on.
big staple was the prime rib with
Yeah.
all the fixings and Yorkshire pudding, and also there was so many the seafood
Seafood sauté.
the
Seafood
seafood
sauté.
sauté, which
Okay.
was very popular. It had a sauce that was like an homage to like the sauce for lobster thermidor.
Oh, right.
Very delicious, brandy-based sauce with cream. It was very yummy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get hungry right now. Okay.
Gold bricks.
The gold
Oh
brick.
my gosh.
And then
Pretty
the pastry
popular.
den,
Brick.
all the desserts came from the pastry den, which Jackie ran, and that was always. It was
This-
hard to keep them from eating all the desserts. This one looks like it's no
true.
good anymore. I think that
Yeah.
I should eat it.
They would keep those little biscotti cookies in
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
by the coffee, and right you have
Yep.
to pass by it, and it was so good. Oh,
They would go on the gold brick. Gold brick was made with a Haagen-Dazs vanilla ice cream, and then there was a chocolate syrup that you poured over it.
Gold brick was ice cream then.
it's the
It's
chocolate.
an ice
top.
cream
Goldberg is the
sundae.
hard shell with
The
nuts.
hard shell
Right.
Oh.
was actually the gold
Very
brick that went
popular
over
back
the
then.
vanilla ice cream, and then they put the cookie
Yeah.
in with it.
Ate a lot of that.
Yeah, sounds great.
How much of that did you eat?
I mean, the thing was, is if I could get from the pub to the ice cream bin, get the chocolate on, and enjoy it on the way back in time to take care of business. That's the
Right,
skill.
hurry up.
That's
She
the
had it
skill.
down
Taking
pat.
care of business.
That's the
absolutely.
There you go. Hey, somebody had to be the taster.
Absolutely.
So, okay, so on a little lighter note, or maybe a morbid one for that matter, I think the rumor's still out that maybe you can help solve the mystery. Where did Jimmy Hoffa disappear? Was it Fox and Hounds or Marcus Fox on 15th.
Marcus.
It was, wasn't
And
it?
everybody always says it,
Right.
and even to this day they ask me.
Yeah.
Not at Fox and Hounds, and Fox and Hounds had no relationship with Macus.
Right.
That was Harris Macus.
Right.
And so it was Macus.
People bring that up and say maybe they connected because of the Fox.
All
Yes,
the
yes,
time.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that
nailed-
up.
we just
right? Forget about
handled
it. It wasn't
here.
Fox and Hounds. So Amy, you are now at the awesome B&G Roadhouse on one of our favorite places to visit. How long did you work at Fox and Hounds?
The Fox and Hounds, I think it was about 5-6 years. It's kind of a guesstimation because I'm
Okay.
not great at that stuff, but
Okay.
yeah, about 5 or 6 years. It was
Because you were there when we were there. So
Yeah,
that's-
absolutely.
yeah,
It was,
we
it was
had
some of my best times.
good times. I remember DC was always playing his bass, and you had to move
Yep,
to
yep.
so you guys could
Work
get out
together.
from
We worked together,
from
yep.
outside of the bar and everything. And so, and Hugh, when did you begin working at Fox?
So I don't recall exactly. I want to say it was somewhere around '07, or no, not '07, '97.
Right.
97.
And then we got to live through the Y2K,
We did do
all
that.
of the Y2K
Right.
problems
Yep,
that
yeah.
That's
happened,
right.
and was there up until the closing in '08.
Yeah.
So we're coming up
Yeah.
on our 20th
I
anniversary.
think I do remember there was a power outage, and we were
Yes.
going to be playing that night, and then
Yes.
we were kind of waiting to find out. But
Actually, we were,
Unfortunately, yeah.
one of our big charity events was for MIRA, Mental Illness Research Association,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was on Friday night. It was a lobster bake.
okay.
And we had 300
Horrible.
people out front underneath the tent.
Yeah.
And the power outage, and the restaurant was full. So at about, I don't know, 11:30, I said, we're done. I'm out
Yeah.
of dishes, I'm out of glassware, I'm out of silverware, we got to close up. And
Yeah.
the next morning, we were in there washing dishes at 5 o'clock in the morning to get open the next day.
Yep. There's still some of that going on, but that was a pretty big
That
was
outage.
huge.
That was
Yeah.
like the whole
Huge.
northeastern
That was-
United
Yeah.
States or something like that.
We had a group of elderly people upstairs in the banquet room, and we never had an elevator. So what we had was a winding staircase, and trying to get these people down that winding staircase, some of them in wheelchairs, some of them with walkers and canes, was a little taxing.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. They were scared, I was scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did it.
We did it.
Successful.
Managed,
Yes.
managed to do it.
Yeah.
So Woodward, of course, is known for cruising over the years and showing off cool cars, and especially during the famous Woodward cruise that attracts car lovers from around the world. So Fox and Hounds always had that high-end clientele. So the cars that would be parked out there were like just amazing. Anybody, particular customers' cars come to mind that you remember?
Sure.
Maybe that'd be
Dell?
more of a
I
valet
do remember
question.
there was one time we were working the pub and the Pistons game was on, and Eric Blockcamp's MOD comes
Oh,
up to
yeah.
me and tells me that when the Pistons are done playing on the TV, they will be coming to the Fox and Hounds for dinner. And that happened. It was late night. There was one chef. It was Jason. There was Eric. It was you and me.
Yeah.
And I think that was all that we had. And the pub was still running, and the entire Circle Drive filled up, and all of the cars had spinny rims.
Oh.
Spinny rims are fun.
Yeah.
Spinny rims are fun. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, the spinny rims are fun. So yeah, so we had a good time, and we fed everybody and made all that happen. But the cars all had spinny rims.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Dale's Corvette was
Oh, yeah,
a,
Dale's, yeah.
was
yeah.
quite a classic.
Oh, yeah.
So he had a vintage late 50s, early 60s
Pretty.
convertible Corvette. That was a
Very
classic
nice.
part of the cruise.
There were a few of them.
Yeah.
Excellent. So this question might be for Kevin or Daniel, or Jackie for that matter. How did you develop your menu and the overall concept, or was that already built in to the restaurant?
Well, when the Fox and Hounds reopened in '73, they brought in a general manager from the East Coast,
Okay.
Bill Easton, and that's where the Oyster Bar came from. So the Oyster Bar was a main element out in the pub, but you could also get it in the dining room. And then there was a display kitchen in the main dining room, referred to it as the red room because all the tile around it was red.
Okay.
But like Danny said, prime rib was really a staple. And then I'll turn it over to you where you go.
The menu was the holy grail. Not allowed to touch it. I was told by my sous chef the day I started. She was like, "No, honey, we don't do it like that here." But the specials were mine, and I could do and brand specials daily. So whatever was the coolest fish that we can come up with, where I came up with dishes. I had a long history of working in chop houses because I started at the London Chop House when I was very young.
Okay.
So as long as the prime rib was correct at 6 o'clock when it's time to go, and all the dishes were kept the way they should be, I was allowed to do whatever I wanted with the specials, and that was fun.
There you go. Yeah.
When did you have to put that prime rib in to cook?
Yeah.
Oh, by 1 o'clock, usually, because it has to cook slow and low, and you have to pull it at 130, 32, 35 degrees and let it hold for like an hour before you can slice it. So, yeah, there was a very much a strict routine to making sure that things were done on time for
Okay.
dinner service.
Okay.
There should be.
Well, in the seafood, because we did Alaskan king crab, which is very important, Alaskan.
Oh, right.
Cold water lobster tails, and we have a special shrimp that we bought. So we bought that through Northwest Seafood, and we bought it in large quantities. We had a pretty
right.
big freezer, but like I would buy 500 cases of shrimp for the year, and Northwest would hold it for me and then deliver it when we need it, as we needed it.
Okay.
Seafood was
I love the seafood.
a big deal.
Yeah.
And the owner did not like any shell on any of his shellfish.
Still does.
So lobsters were always served out of shell.
Yeah.
Alaskan king crab, we only bought centers, which is the thickest section of the leg,
Okay.
which had to be removed from the shell and draped across the empty shells on the plate, so the customers would not have
That's how we
to
did the lamb
exert
as well.
themselves
The
in
lamb
any
was
way
good.
Oh,
eating
yes.
shellfish.
Right.
No shells on the shellfish.
You guys work for your money, that's for sure. So, of course, Fox and Hounds had all kinds of great music all the time, and Hidden Agenda Band. I got to bring up my band.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Larry's
Yeah.
band
Yeah.
played
One of the
there
best.
for many years, but also was many other bands like the Hits,
The
who was
Hits.
Rick and Dana Leader and Terry Stevenson, and who else? Anybody else come to mind that played that? I think Kimmy Horn did.
Kimmy Horn was
yeah,
when she
I
was
saw
starting out. That was a long time ago.
Oh, really? That was when she was starting out.
There was the Dukes. Was it the Diamond Dukes?
I don't
I don't
remember.
Blues
remember.
band. It was right when I first
Could be, yeah,
started.
could
They
have
were
been.
significant.
Yeah, yeah.
When we first opened, a gentleman by the name of Doug DeMakes, and he was
Okay.
a single. And we had entertainment Tuesday through Saturday, and he did a lot of Neil Diamond,
Diamond.
and Barry Manilow
He was very
interpretations,
good.
and he was very successful.
Nice, nice.
He was the first
Good
entertainment,
times.
wasn't he?
Yeah.
Great times there. So we're going to show some photos, I think, on the monitor that you might know.
Oh, Doc.
Doc.
Doc. He was a legend.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
He was
Legend
the
bartender.
original
Legendary
bartender.
bartender.
Yeah.
Original.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
We
he
got
was
him from
bartender.
Ted's. He
What's
used to
that?
work at Ted's, which
Oh,
was
at
up at
Ted's, yeah.
Square Lake and Woodward.
Right.
And when we opened, I don't know how Ben and Ted got him to come down to Fox and Hounds, but they did.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
a good gig.
Okay. And let's see who we have up next that you guys might know.
Oh,
Birdie.
Alberta.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was the laundry lady.
Laundry.
Nice,
Okay.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And
Sweetheart.
next up we got.
That's late. Stacy, isn't
That's
it?
Manna?
Yeah.
I think that's
Stacey
Stacey Manna.
Manna.
Stacey Manna.
Oh.
She was
Wow.
a
Look
chef.
how young she was. I
Yeah.
can't even believe it.
Yeah.
Aw.
We all
Like,
were.
she's got. Her daughter's got to be that age now.
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
She is.
She's in
yes.
college, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a little clip that we'll show at the end that will show even more photos and people, staff as we go toward the end of the show here. So my impression was that the Fox and Hounds had a real positive work culture, and you guys would get together and play baseball or whatever, and just
We'd have picnics.
stand out.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was our Fox and Hounds family.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And that's
Absolutely.
important.
Absolutely.
Very much
Very
so.
much so.
And it,
Still.
Some
Yeah,
of them
it's
would be
still
there.
is. We,
feel that way
we
very
do still
strongly.
get
that's,
together.
that's
Yeah.
great.
Right.
'Cause all the bars and restaurants we play at, you could just tell where there's less turnover because
Right.
people are just
We would
like,
have people for 30
treat people
years,
good.
the servers there, at
Absolutely.
least.
yeah, that's
It was
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah. I know being a restaurateur has its challenges. I had some aunts and uncles in the business over the years and growing up. And are there any challenges that you overcame that you'd like to share? We already brought up the blackouts. Maybe there were some
How
other.
about a fire?
Yeah.
Fire.
We had a
Oh.
major
In
fire.
'97, we had a major
97.
fire.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I was actually, we were down at the Ritz. I was being inducted as the president of the Michigan Restaurant Association.
Oh.
And I got a call about 3 o'clock in the morning from our GM that the Fox was
horrible.
on fire. Wow. And
I
it
get
was-
goosebumps just
yeah.
thinking about it now.
It
It's
was,
just
pretty bad. We were shut down for 5 months
Oh, yeah.
and during that period of time, and put it all back together, and then we reopened.
You couldn't even get down Woodward Avenue at that time of the morning
Right.
because it was so flooded from the fire, from all the fire trucks, yeah.
I must interject that it was the laundry, not the kitchen.
It's true, it's true.
That's
True, yes,
Talk
that's
about
true.
rumors. You gotta
Well, no, well, you know.
It was
Just to be
spontaneous
clear.
combustion in the dryer
Yes.
that caused the fire.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that really does happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
it was shock.
kitchen is off the hook.
Okay. Well, you know, that's the first thing people
I know
think
they do.
about.
Yeah,
Right.
it did
The
burn.
It had nothing to
electrical
do with the
wiring
kitchen.
or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, that
So
was
is there
horrific.
anything that maybe I didn't ask any of you that about the Fox and Hounds that maybe you want people to know about?
Oh my
I met
goodness.
my wife there.
You did?
true.
I did.
Absolutely.
So Jennifer Martinez, I met at the Fox and Hounds.
And Jackie and I
And
met
we
there,
met.
and we had our wedding there.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Long time ago.
I'm sure
lot
a
of
lot of
fond memories
relationships came around
Many.
from
There were many,
you know,
yeah.
Jackie's
from
brother and
being at the Fox and Hounds. Yeah.
his wife got married there.
Yeah.
So
And it seems like every time you had a conversation with a customer, they would say, oh yeah, well my daughter had her homecoming here, or I had my anniversary dinner here. Somebody always has
Yes.
something to relate to the Fox and Hounds.
Absolutely.
So,
It was,
I still hear it. We belong to St. Hugo's.
Oh, okay.
And I'll say, maybe not every Sunday, but I always see somebody and they'll say, oh, we miss the Fox and Hounds. Oh, we miss the Fox
Yeah.
and Hounds. I said, okay, we miss it too. But it was time.
Yeah. Well, I know that Larry and I were playing in Hidden Agenda. We were kind of like looking across the stage at each other. I thought, when is he going to ask me out on a date? Or he'd walk me to my car and help me with my
oh,
saxophone cases and out to the car and everything like that. So, well,
They
these
met
are
at the Fox and Hounds.
great stories, and once again, thank you all for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
And,
And thank you for having us.
It was great to talk about old times and.
we could go on for hours.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So all the old times and to Bloomfield Hills and the township and surrounding communities. So thank you all once again, and thank you out there watching. And tune in again to CHOPZ. My name is Kat Orlando. We'll see you all next time.